Hey Virgo, welcome to your August 2020 intuitive reading. I'm Empress Vibrant. I hope everybody is well. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, please, for your personal readings, more in-depth readings. All the information is in the description box below. I look forward to connecting with you. Okay, so let's get into your energy. So what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to go over the first main energy, and then I'm going to go into the clarifications. And I'll go into a mini love spread, and then close with with some advice. Okay. All right, Virgo. Let's get into it. Okay. So the first card we have is the Moon. So for some of you, you're experiencing a high level of intuitive gifts at this time. For some of you, you are able to access memories and thoughts from quite far back. For some of you, this is ancestral memory. Some of this is memory that is within your DNA code, things that you feel within your body. And some of these things are things that you are dreaming. You are, for some of you, you are spirit walking. You are, you're traveling in your sleep for some of you. And also for some of you are having some quite in-depth dreams. Some of them, the dreams are quite dark. Mainly, if you are experiencing the dark dreams, it's mainly to do around your fears, your lower self attacking you at this particular time. So quiet that down by assuring yourself of what you want, affirming what you want out of the situation, and affirming that you are a child of the Creator and heaven is your right and your responsibility. Okay. So then we also have the Five of Pentacles. This talks of lack. This talks of waiting for an investment. This is about waiting in the cold. This is feeling isolated. This is financial constraint. The worry, the anxiety about meeting bills, paying for courses, equipment, or travel. For some of you, there's nerves around how you're going to make it through the rest of the summer. Or maybe for you who haven't been saving, maybe it's like, have I saved enough for the end of the year? Because obviously some people celebrate the holidays. So, you know, maybe there is some financial worry around that. Or there's people around you who are meditating on lack, nervousness, or maybe you yourself are worried about how much somebody is spending, maybe particularly on you. Maybe you feel nervous that somebody's spending, they're splurging on you. Maybe you feel like, oh, have you put aside for the rainy day? What you're being asked to do in this time is to just be focused on your own lane, be focused on what you can offer, and anything that you find yourself doing in excess, start to think about putting some aside for a rainy day. Okay. And then we have the Tower. So what's letting me know, Virgos, is that you are now healing from this Tower moment, these things that have happened, this obstacle, this event, this situation that had to unfold, enabled to clear the obstacles out your way. Now you can see clearly. Now you understand what you need to do with people, places, and things out of the way. It's been harsh and it's been hurtful. And for some of you, you're watching other people in pain and in hurt. And maybe for some of you, this is about somebody losing a property, losing things in a fire. Anything to do with a structure being broken down. This is mental, this is your perspectives, this is spiritual practice, this is all the things that can evolve, excuse me, can evolve as you develop as a person, okay? So we know that there's been some harsh changes, things that have moved and shifted within this time, okay? And then we've got the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a doing energy. Very, very, I know what I want to do, why I want to do it. Sometimes this person cannot can go through stages where they don't want to listen to any other opinions. They believe that their opinion is the highest opinion or the one that is right. So you may have people in your energy who is presenting in this way, and it might be causing some anxieties, or um, it could just be maybe they're just showing their ass, or maybe this is you, maybe this is your energy, maybe you're doing energy, and the energy that you're putting out may be quite heavy for those around you. Okay, so let's go into the individual. So breaking down the moon, so we're talking about dreams, we're talking about intuition, um, trusting in your divine wisdom, using your gifts, traveling in your sleep spiritually, having dreams where there are signs for you to, signs and codes for you to break, for you to unlock, for you to understand. Okay, what's this all about? So it seems like there are dreams or intuitions around gifting, gifting somebody something, being charitable, giving away. Maybe you are really thinking about who to support, who to give your hard-earned money to. Who are you going to support? For some of you, this is helping the homeless, weighing up who is legitimate and who isn't. Or maybe this is just about giving in general, energy, time, effort. So maybe there's a lot of energy around making sure you weigh up who's to get what, who deserves what. Okay, and maybe this is what's got you in deep thought. Maybe you are seeing people who you want to help, possibly people who you will need to speak to. This is fast communication with the Eight of Wands. This is also travel. So it speaks again to that travel in your sleep, where you're having these dreams that feel very real, and they might very well be just not in your conscious self, in the subconscious, in your sleep state, in that beta state. So that's where you're able to transcend and to access other realms. Yeah, so maybe there's some communication. Maybe you're dreaming about the things you want to say to somebody, or you're getting messages, fast, hard messages within your dreams, and they're telling you that you need to speak up, you need to clear things off your chest. Maybe you need to offer support to somebody. Maybe you need to set somebody free by the words that you say. Or maybe somebody helps to set you free by the things that have been said. Maybe your ancestors are sending you messages, and their messages are there to support you so that you move towards your Ten of Cups. So the messages, the signs that you're getting in your dream state, in your meditative states, start to journal, start to write them down. What do they mean? How are they benefiting me at this particular time? Because it's all here for this wish fulfillment, for this happy family, for stability, love, health, wealth, gratitude, and pure abundance. You know, you see the family there, happy, big stretch of land, green, looks like there's fresh air. So it's all about clearing the old energy. Okay, so this is the reasons why there is a lot of dreams, and where people are getting certain information coming through to them in their dreams, and some of it is coming hard and heavy. And for some of you, it's quite dark messages or dark visions that you're seeing within your dream state. Most of it is to do with your internal struggles. Most of them are to do with your fears from your lower self. So these are the times now to start healing those things, being open to it, okay? So now when we're going into the Five of Pentacles, what is lack? Why is there lack mentality around? Why does there feel like there isn't enough? What is this energy? What is there not enough of? Or is this just a mental thing? You know, we know that this is tangible with Pentacles, so is there definitely a perception that needs to shift? Maybe you have enough. Maybe it's the excess that you're working on. Maybe you're working on now on the residual income. Okay, so let's break down what's going on here. So we have the Five of Wands, that's competition. Maybe there is some financial constraint around having to keep up with the Joneses. Maybe you're in competition with somebody. You have to keep looking good. You have to keep making sure you're wearing the right clothes, you smell good, that you have the right car, that you move in the right circles. All of these things, because you have people around you who you may feel like you're in competition with. Or this could be to do with your workspace, your career. There's competition, there's people who are vying for your position. And maybe you may just need to get yourself out of that lack mentality so that when you have to deal with these people, you can draw upon your spiritual strengths, draw upon your religious orders, your traditions, your culture, to boost your self-esteem, to remind you of who you are. Tapping into that spirituality, tapping into that tradition and togetherness, that camaraderie that you get from collective light work, collective energy. Okay, so within this time, if there is any kind of lack mentality, you're being asked right now to go within. Okay, and once you go within, you'll be able to see all of the opportunities that are around you. You've got the Ace of Wands. That's opportunity right there for action to happen. Something is going to take place to change the way something is. This is a divine action, a divine opportunity to change your state. So if it feels like there is a bit of a shortness to funding right now, know that things will change, especially if you change the dynamic of how you think about money. Not looking at it from a lack perspective, because we know that lack just breeds more lack, and it takes long for the money to come because your vibration isn't matching. Yeah, so we know that there's times this is going to change. They know that there's going to be opportunities for that Five of Pentacles, lack energy, not having enough is going to change and turn around, and you're being asked to take those opportunities. Irrespective of the competition that you may have, this could be a new position and it might be quite fierce competition for this particular role, but what they're asking for you to do is go within, remember who you are, activate that godlike energy, that I am heaven, heaven is my right and heaven is my responsibility, where you are focused on changing the dynamic. Okay, let's go into the Tower. What is the Tower about? Why is this Tower happening? What needed to be moved? What is being moved? What was this painful situation that needed to change? What was this perception? What was this event that happened that was earth-shattering to you? So for some of you, it is the dream states. For some of you, it's the things that you remember. It's what you envision for yourself. This is where you travel. Maybe this has been a lot of shifting. Maybe there's a definite need to shift out of the fear of the unknown, the fear of where you travel, the fear of breaking down what these dreams really mean, the fear of facing your shadow. This is the moon. We're talking about emotions here. Sadness, guilt, inadequacy. Restricted, limited. This is your emotions. So maybe this is what's happening. There's a shift happening where there's a need to address that shadow side. Definitely a need to address that shadow side, because the tower is falling so that you can be renewed, so that you can be a better version of who you were before. We've got the Page of Pentacles. So this is about what you've been working on in the background, what you've been healing through, what you've been working on in the background, projects, business ventures, entrepreneurship, your career, your work, anything to do with creating something tangible. It's time for you to show the world what that is. Be open and unapologetic about what you have to offer. Okay. And then we have, last but not least, for the Tower card, the Three of Swords. So what has fell as a relationship, a viewpoint, disappointment, betrayal, heartbreak. So maybe for some of you, it's the loss of a relationship that had to be able to shift. Maybe this is what's happening. You're shifting out of this dark emotional place where your thoughts were quite dark. Maybe what you was perceiving for yourself was quite low. Maybe you didn't believe what it is that you were seeing for yourself. And you're being told to be bold and brave and show the world what you have to offer. And this heartbreak and betrayal that has happened here, this tower that has fallen, is to give you that space to expand, that space to be all that you can be, Virgo. Okay, so we also got this King of Wands. What's going on with this King of Wands? This action card, this getting things done, this idea that you know what you're doing and why. So, because the first energy we have the Hermit, so we know that's you guys coming up in your reading. There it goes. So, the Hermit. For some of you, this is knowing that there's an action that needs to be taken. You know the route you want to take, but for now, you need that time to heal from the hurt. You're working out what messages you're being sent from divine before you take that leap of faith, before you take that action. So for some of you, it's just a time where you need to go into yourself, deal with that shadow. Deal with that shadow. There's no rush to sign on the dotted line. There's no rush to do the next thing as yet. You still need time for yourself to heal and to grow. Okay. We have the Two of Wands. That's that decision. What to do next? I'm about to embark on this next chapter of my life. Do I take the left or do I take the right? What path do I take? Am I making decisions for the right reasons? But this is very action orientated, very much movement, knowing what I want to do, why I want to do it, but taking that time to work out what that truly is before you make that decision. And we've got the Queen of Wands, so we have here a partnership. Maybe what is actually happening is now that you have a partner who is within the same energy, they're action orientated as well. They want what you want. They add value to you, you add value to them. This is someone who you would feel comfortable merging your business with, stepping out, maybe getting on the property ladder with. Okay. So just as a quick recap, Virgos, we have a lot of dreamscape energy, a lot of emotions, a lot of thoughts. There's whether or not you're giving enough. Who are you giving your energy to? Money, are you spending too much on people? Are you holding back? Are you being too frugal? All these things are coming up. Conversation, some of this is about your ancestry. This is about communication. This is about messages that are coming to you through your dreams. Okay, so listen keenly about what you're hearing. Journal, write them down so you don't forget. See if there's a pattern emerging. Okay, and all of this is happening for your highest good, for your 10 of Cups. Okay, and those who are struggling on the financial front with that 5 of Pentacles, that lack mentality, you're not too sure when the next money's coming in, feeling outside of yourself, feeling isolated. Okay, understanding that there is competition. This could be lack of willpower, feeling like you can't compete with the competition because there's competition here, but you're being asked to go within, to remember who you are, tap into your spiritual gifts and take the opportunities that arise because they're there for you. Those of you who are going through this transition, through this tower, this breaking away of this structure, this mindset, For some of you, this is all about what you're feeling inside, your emotions. You're healing through this heartbreak, healing to the point where now you can be ready enough to show the world what you have to offer. Being open and being willing to continue to show who you are, irrespective of the heartbreak. That doesn't define you. It merely gives you um, another experience. Gives you more wisdom. You gain more understanding of yourself. You know, and when we're talking about the ones, we're talking about movement, making decisions, but also with that fast-paced energy, that action, you still have your own element where, okay, I want to do A, B, C, D, and E, but I still need time for me. I need that rest time. I need that time to just relax, that time for introspection. What's going on? How do I feel? You know, all of that type of energy. Okay, so that's the general. Let's get into the love portion of your reading. Okay, although some things have already come up within the general. So, you know, so the first energy that we got from the love reading, we've got trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So for some of you, like I was saying about that mindset, changing that mindset, getting out of the fear, trust in the situation, trust in the fact that you have asked to be happy. It's your right to have heaven. Heaven is our right and our responsibility. If you trust in the situation, trust in it unfolding the way it needs to, trust in the fact that no matter what the outcome is, you're to enjoy the journey. So trust in the situation, have faith, and just allow it to flow, Virgo. Don't always place so much emphasis on the outcome. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. For some of you, this is a signal and a time for separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. For some of you, this tower moment, the financial constraints, the competition that you may be facing within your relationships, that's testing your finances. Maybe this is the last straw for you. This is time for you to separate, to decide what it is that you want. You're going into hermit mode. You're working out what you want. You don't want to make any rash moves. Maybe it's just, I just need 5. Give me some time. But this time is going to be beneficial to you. Okay, and then for some of you, it's all about that heart-to-heart communication, having that heart-to-heart conversation. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Don't hold back. Don't be nervous thinking that someone might think you're just being too heavy too soon. It's always best to put your intentions at the very beginning. If somebody runs off for what you've got to say, they just obviously ain't ready for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's so many people and so many connections that can be had. There's no need for us to hold on for dear life on any one thing. But we know that we have to put our best foot forward and be our authentic self, so that likewise who we are dealing with, those people are being just as authentic and as open with us. So have that heart-to-heart communication, have that conversation, even if it's awkward. Please have that conversation. You're going to feel so much better for it, and you'll know where you stand. Okay, and for some of you who are at the beginning of your relationships, or for some of you this is someone you haven't met yet or you've just met, you're being asked to keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay, so it's all about now being open. They may not be your usual type. They may not dress the way you like your partners to dress. They may not like the same type of music. They may be from another culture from you. There's quite a few differences, but you're being asked to have an open mind in this time, Virgo, okay? Because there's quite a lot of nice things. Just trust in the situation, let it flow. For those who need that time, take that time. Have that heart-to-heart communication, have that conversation that is necessary, even if it does feel difficult, okay? All right, so that's your love portion. So let's get into closing your reading with your advice for this spread. So your advice is about taking risks. What did I say before about not worrying about the outcome, merely enjoying the journey? Taking risks is what's going to lead you to great adventures. It's going to lead you to feeling great, doing things that you wouldn't feel that you would do, thriving. Okay, so start taking risks. Don't be always worried about the outcome. Just enjoy it. Enjoy it, Virgo. The biggest control, one of the biggest control freaks I know. But yeah, sometimes you've got to sever that control, that need to control how things are going to be, and just let them be. It's so much more fun when it's like that. You know, that spontaneity, that open to whatever type of energy is great. And then we've got that relaxation, that hermit energy again. Take that time to relax, that time for yourself, chill, reflect, meditate, heal from all of this heartbreak here, the things and the events in this competition, the harsh, quick communications, catching on, you know, taking that time to work out what's yours and what isn't, what to take on board and what to leave behind, Virgo. Okay. And then we've got fulfillment. So please do all the things that make you happy, Virgo. Don't just settle. It's not about a settling, okay? It's about having your fulfillment, doing the things that you enjoy, going the places that you like to go, eating the foods that you enjoy, being your highest intention, living through your highest excitement that will lead you to this fulfillment, okay? And last but not least, take them opportunities to grow, take them opportunities to be loved in a different way, take the opportunities to do things that you wouldn't normally, take the opportunities, Virgos, they're there for you. It's all here for you. So blessings to you, my lovely Virgos. Please, for your personal readings, all the information is in the description box below. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Take care. Blessings, Virgo.